Hey, Donita here. So I thought I would pop on and do a quick face of makeup using Seint. And I'm going to start with the 3D brush. No, actually I'm not. The first thing I want to do is put a little bit of balm under my eye to get that under eye moisturized and ready. So if you're new to Seint, one of the important things to keep in mind is that our makeup is cream-based. So if you use a primer, it needs to not have silicone in it because the silicone will make the cream makeup just basically slide off your face rather quickly. So if you do typically use a primer, you might want to try like the Milk Hydro Grip, or e.l.f. has a really good one that's like a dupe of this. Any primer that doesn't have silicone in it. I don't typically use a primer. I just do my skincare, and then I like to use either Say Slip Tint. It's a tinted moisturizer, or I like to also use this. It's Pomifera. It is it's a BB cream. It's tinted moisturizer basically. So I do like to use those. And I did put on just a little bit of this. I like to use something like that because it does help even out my skin tone. And then I don't tend to use as much cream makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to use the 3D brush. Going to go in with my main shade, Hair. And I have been mixing Athens with Amber. Athens is a neutral skin toned highlight, and Amber is more warm. So mixing the two, I like the warmth provided by Amber, and then Athens is more neutral. So, but I'm just putting this over my problem areas, my redness. There we go. And I either use a moistened beauty blender or my Stands Out sponge. This is probably one of the most important steps for mature skin, because by doing this, I pick up any excess product and it helps my makeup last all day and it doesn't settle. Not that I put down way too much makeup, but we all have excess. So anyway, I do like to really do that. And now, I'm not sure if I'm going to use contour today, but I do want to add some bronzer. So I'm just going to use some Bella. I love bronzer. It just gives life to your face. And you really don't need much. Our bronzer is pretty sheer. It does give a little bit of coverage, but it just gives that pretty sun-kissed glow. But we will go ahead and do just a little contour. I'm using Cedar. Cedar is one of our newer contours. It's a warm contour, which I really like. It's very pretty. I probably didn't need bronzer with Cedar because it is warm. But isn't that pretty? I really like it. My stomach's growling. And that's a little burn. I just need to stay away from hot tools. And I laugh about it, but I probably do. Okay, so I just added a little bit of my brightening shade just right there. My brightening shade is Aura, just to add that pop of brightness right in the center of my face. I don't typically contour my nose because I have these dents, but I definitely like to contour the jaw. So I have jowls, so I like to go slightly in front of that jowl and then underneath the jaw. And then I'll bring that down. And see how that just disguised that jowl? I don't know who invented that term. Jowl. And then stay out of the dip. That would be my big suggestion here if you have gels. And if I do, which it's real easy to get the contour in the dip, I will just take a little bit of my brightening highlight and put it just right there. Okay. And for blush today, I want to go in and use Renaissance. It's a new permanent shade. It's been around before, and it's so pretty. And it's very pigmented. So you really just need a little bit, but isn't that pretty? And I like a little bit of blush on the bridge of my nose, and then just a little up here. It just kind of gives that cohesive look, and I just think it's youthful. Okay. Okay, now let's do our lips, and then we'll finish with our under eyes and some Demi. So I'm going to line my lips, I'm going to line my lips with Renaissance. And then I'm going to go in with La Cienega. There, I think that's very pretty. Okay, so now let's do some Demi. And Demi is our product that is color filtering, and it's based on color theory. So let me find the brush I want to use. I typically use two brushes. I use the bright brush and the spot brush. But if you don't have the availability to get a Demi brush yet, then you can use just a little paintbrush, art brush. So I will use that too at the end. But I have dark circles. I have these dents on my nose. I have this little friend up here. But what I want to do first, I'll pop this back in there. I want to kind of even out that under eye. And what works so good is this shade right here. It's called NR-1. I'm going to take it out for a second. Make sure. Yep. NR-1. And you look at this and it just looks like an innocent beige. But this little color right here, I like to use the fluffy end of the bright brush, and it just evens out my under eye. I mean, look at that little bitty bit. I just went one time. I mean, I really could just stop right there. It just somehow magically, I mean, it has a red undertone. I don't know, I'm sure someone that really knows color theory better than I do could explain it to me, but it's just amazing how well that works. But I love that. It works also well on rosacea. I haven't tried it on this. That almost takes it away. Wow. Wow. I mean, there's still a little bitty bit there, but not much. Okay, so I'm cleaning this off with my cleaning tile there. And I'm going to go in to, because that dark circle is purple, I'm going in with orange 3. Orange 3, the 3 means it's just a deeper pigment of orange. Look at that. It's so amazing. I just don't know how I lived without this. And I'm just putting a little bit of that on this. I get darkness right there. And then for this little guy, I've been using yellow orange one. So that just, the yellow and the orange counteracts the blue, and the yellow counteracts the purple. There we go. A burn mark. And then I have these 11s here, and I like to use 01, orange 1. It's just a light peach shade, and I just put it lightly on those 11s, and it just diminishes that right there. And then sometimes I'll put a little bit of the 01 just on the inner corner to help brighten. And then for the dent, I use GY1, green yellow 1. You know, I looked like I had plenty of blush on before, but what happens is the pouncing on the face brings the blood to the surface, so you think you have more than you actually have. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. Okay, now I'm just going to add some setting spray. And I love the Charlotte Tilbury. Our setting spray is very good. I'm just like almost out. I love it because it's moisturizing. So I need to order some more. I've been using this, especially in the summer, because it's really like hairspray on your face. So, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of powder, and I just use the fluffy end of the blush bronzer. And I just go on the perimeter and kind of in my T-zone, but I don't go under the eye. What I will typically do for the under eye is I take a little bit of setting spray in my hand, and then with this corner, I get it damp, and then I just pat those under eyes, and they stay put all day. And if I feel like I lose a little bit of that sheen, I just add more setting spray. Okay, so that's it. Super easy, just a simple look. Oh, I did not use this. I was supposed to. But you would do it the same way, except you wouldn't have the fluffy end to kind of smooth it out. So what you would do is just put some on and then use your finger to just kind of pat it out and smooth it out. But the concept's the same, and these work just fine. If you don't want to invest in, I think the brushes are $40, but they will last for really, I've had all of my brushes for about a year and a half, and I use them every single day, and I wash them all the time, and they're really good quality brushes, and I've not replaced one. So anyway, they're worth the money, just like anything else. So, all right, well, thanks for watching, and I really hope you have a good day.